What's up, YouTube? This is Jay Cruz, aka known as the Audio Cat, and we have another video for y'all today. But this one's gonna be hosted by yours truly, Adolfo, the guy we call the Street Fighter on some of the videos y'all saw. What we got today as a project, guys, a lot of people are suffering or trying to deal with this car. Because Dodge Challenger, this was actually a beautiful one. Y'all seen some other videos for it, but I'm gonna tell you what people suffer with on this car. What people suffer with this car is that everybody has these lights that are mounted down here, and this is actually the pod. So what he does is, and this one has a sunroof, he dropped the sunroof down and was able to remove the light. But nobody likes this orange colored light. So we're gonna do something I know you've seen on there, but now you can see the Audio Cat in action like we do it here. We're gonna get these lights and we're gonna convert them to being white. So Adolfo, tell us what you went through here to get this done and get these lights out.
Well, pretty much what I did was just take this down from right here.
From the rubber, okay, you remove the boot, you got the boot, you separate the roof down, okay?
And then you put your hand through here, and there's a connector that goes in here.
Okay.
And it disconnects the light.
But you disconnect the light, it has a plug like this, and you disconnected that plug, and then you got the pod out. And then where's the piece? The piece that goes down here, what does it do?
It seals it, don't it?
Well, that's the part that seals it up. Okay, so now we got this bad boy here, and that's gonna make it look pretty. So this is the pod, guys, that's installed in the car. That's the color that it has normally. We're about to get these and we're gonna modify them here at AudioZone. What we do now we have the pods. They're both the pods from that Dodge Challenger. We have them here inside the shop room. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna come inside and do the modification I need to this pod to be able to get this installed. So if you look at this pod, this is all a solid piece. But you look, there's some clips here all the way around that could tell you that this part separates. So I'm gonna start getting these pods, these clips, and I'm gonna start pulling them through to start getting this piece out of here. One, I just clicked it back in, but there goes another one, there goes another one, there goes another one, and there goes another one. So once you get that done, guys, this pod begins to come and separate. I'm sorry about that. This is actually the lens that's gonna be put up top again. This is the pod. This is actually what it meant. So this little thing you see there is what actually lights up this unit to be able to have that orange light. So what we really care about right now is getting this light to turn white. So I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna put this back in here, and I'm actually gonna use this board, but I'm gonna take these wires off of this board, and I'm not gonna be using that orange light no more. So I'm gonna get this here, and I'm actually gonna install my custom LED that I'm gonna put into this vehicle. All right, you guys, so now that we got all this separated, this is actually the original harness that you saw that came here that I cut off. I'm gonna take this back to the car. I got a wireless test light. I'm gonna test which is positive and negative, because if you guys do not know, LEDs, you just can't put positive and negative on any side. It's actually gonna be the right way for it to work. So to get that to work, we're gonna get this first, go to the car, and find out what is positive and negative. You're not recording yet? You're recording? This guy Kurt's a customer of mine for many, many years. But let me tell you about Kurt. You see him driving that truck today. You should see Kurt's car before. The CTS first, second gen that came out, the third gen when it came out, he bought it brand new off the lot, Z06s. He actually had a bad experience, which has taught me a big lesson from the story. He went, and this is good for y'all to see this. In fact, I'm gonna interview him and let him give you the story, because it's better from him than from me. So God has blessed him where he's been able to have a good economy and take care of his home and have certain toys, right? He decided one day he wanted to buy a Lamborghini. Tell us what happened with the Lamborghini.
So I flew down to Florida to buy it. Put down a $5,000, $3,000 deposit.
From here?
Yeah.
You put the deposit down from here.
Yeah.
You saw the car online.
Yeah.
And when you saw the car online, you fell in love with it. You made the phone call to the people.
Yep.
Spoke to them.
And then we just did email. In the meantime, the email got hacked, and I ended up sending the money to this hacker. So I got down to pick up the car, and they're like, "What are you talking about? We sold the car." And then they like, "Oh, you did not get the email from us saying we've been hacked."
So basically, long story short, he found the car online, fell in love with it, called the dealership, made some phone calls, finished his transaction online. There was emailing between each other. He sent the money to the supposed company. Somebody had hacked the company's email. They took his money. He never got there. He took a flight. He made arrangements to fly to over there. They made agreements to pick you up at the airport. They made all these agreements with him that when he get there, all so on and so on. He ends up leaving from DFW, going down to Florida. When he gets to the airport, he never received his ride. After a little bit of waiting in the airport, he called the dealership, spoke to them. They didn't even know nothing about the transaction that was going on. So I brought this to you guys because internet today is very powerful, but can also be a very bad thing. If you don't watch yourself, be careful when you're sending money out to people. Be careful when you're doing things online. you just never know really what you're gonna get or what you're getting yourself into. And I didn't want to put him on this video like that, but it just hit me reminded because so many people today interact with the internet, and it's a great tool. Believe me, I'm not knocking. It's a great tool. But you can never know what you're getting into, and that was a classic case. He's a great customer of mine, a great friend of mine. Actually, I've grown to care for him a lot. He just got this done, and we didn't even charge him for that. That's, you know, he's been a great customer of mine. Sent me a ton of business through the years, so you know, we just bless him back in that way. So, you know, I want to share that story with y'all because in reality, it's something that happens on a day-to-day basis. Just be careful what you do on the internet. All right. You have a good one. All right, guys, so now I got my wireless test light. I got a plug connected. I got to know what positive and negative, like I told you over there. So now, you see I got the beep here, black nothing. The yellow gives me a beep. So now I know that the yellow is the positive. So when I'm soldering these wires to my LED, I already know that the yellow one is going to be the positive. All right, guys, so this is what I'm going to do here. These LEDs, if you look at it, it's not gonna fit in there flat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna grind. If you look here, we have a tab and a tab. I'm gonna grab these two sides, I'm gonna shave them both down, allow me to be able to have this to recess inside to be able to do the wiring that I wanna do to this unit when I get it done. So I'm gonna use my Dremel here, and I'm gonna start to eat that little area out to be able to get this going. Drew, give me a little hand with your fingers. So this has became a very famous tool here in AudioZone. Drew, what do you know this is called as? Chingy chingy? No, the chaka chakas. Look, what it does here, it grabs your wire, you put it how deep you want it, boom, pull out the wire. Grab it here, pull out the wire. So we did this to be able to solder on what we want to solder right now. So now what we got to do is get this bulb and know which is positive and which is negative. To do that, we're going to have my friend Drew here come over here and actually do something today and help. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh, did I say that out loud? No. Hey, look. We're going to grab this here. So they're positive and negative. Which that's negative, that's positive. So Drew's going to hold this here while I grab this battery here. If I do this, he should get short, but it's not. So now we're going to see which is positive and negative. Yeah! Oh! So you see the light turned on here? But if we turn it around, it shouldn't turn on. You see it doesn't turn on? Because LEDs are positive and negative conscious. So coming over here, this side here, give me my positive. So now I got to grab this light here, do my last test here, make sure I do have the left side is positive, so I can get this tested and get this soldered on, and we should have victory in a few seconds. So we come here, you got it wrong over there, Drew? Drew, don't be playing around. Make sure it's right. That turns on, the left side is positive, that's correct, right? Okay, good. So now we got to get these wires and set them up as so. Now we got to solder this on there, all right? All right, guys, so this is an LED bulb that we're going to use for this install. We're actually going to grab the LED lightly in the middle. These two tips are soldered on, so you have to remove the solder to be able to do the new solder. I'm going to show you what I do. I lightly come to the edge and I just lead up with a little torch. Just a little torch. Go ahead and pull it out, Drew. That comes off. The same thing on the other side. Pull it off, Drew. See if it pops out. That's over with. So now that I got that situated here, I go ahead and I do my testing again to see what my positive negatives are, and I start soldering on the wire. Boom. All right, so now that I got that situated, I already got the light soldered on. So what I did to my old container is that I actually went and drilled through my Dremel. I pivoted out two holes where when I install my new light now, she could sit almost halfway down all the way inside and be flat and flush. So I already got this going on here. Now I can grab the old board that came on this unit and put it on, even though there could be no more sense, no use for it, and we should be ready to go. But before I do that, I grab this new soldering board that I just did here, and I grab a piece of black tape because we want to make sure that there's no shorts going on. So it's above what I did here, I put one part of tape, I put another coat of tape on top, and what that's going to allow me to do is be able to protect any kind of shorts from happening in between this and the board that we are going to leave inside the car. So this goes here and here. This is here. This goes back inside here, even though we're not going to use it no more. And we can close this back up here. All right, guys, it's Jay Cruz, and we got this car finally done. You got Reels to Reels being a clown. Look at him over there running around. We got the owner of the car. His name is Will. This is his beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Challenger he has here. Wide body, Ferrata wheels, completely cleaned up. He's got the carbon fiber steering wheel. He's done a lot of things to this car, if you could tell.
This is my car.
This is his car.
Give it to me. We're finna trade. He gonna get my photo, and I'm taking this.
He actually has this. If you see this right here, I'm buying that for mine. I love that spoiler so much. So it'll be coming soon, but he brought it in. He's the one that owns the car. He wants to get the white inside. A lot of people are having that issue with these years as far as getting the upgraded LEDs. We went ahead and manufactured this video you saw. So we're gonna show him the lights and see what Mr. Will thinks. Go inside and take a look at your lights, Mr. Will. Tell me what you're thinking about your lights.
Oh yeah, you gotta be blowing out. Love them, man. That's what I want.
Better than that yellow stuff that was in there before.
Oh, yes, sir.
So you're gonna watch this video, Will. The video, we actually went through the whole tutorial of doing this whole project for you. So we got it, opening them up, putting the lights inside, soldering them. The whole job's done in there. You'll actually be on that video, so you have it completely done. Will, you ready to roll?
Appreciate you, man.
No problem, Mr. Will. God bless you. You guys have a great day.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.